She tells him, ooh, love, no one's ever gonna hurt you, love. I'm gonna give you all of my love. Nobody matters like you.
Alright, so before I get started, I want to go ahead and give a big thank you to Abstract Trinity for giving me the idea to compare XANA to other villains. It was a really good idea, and with that idea, I was able to actually come up with this idea through your comment, and I want to, say thank you and give you all the credit that you deserve. So with that being said, I'm going to be comparing two, and I mean, yes, just two, because these are the biggest two villains throughout any episode of any show on Cartoon Network. We have XANA from Code Lyoko and Slade from Teen Titans. These two are known as some of the smartest, most evil, and most powerful villains throughout the comics and throughout the main shows. Now, I am going to say I'm not using the Slade from Teen Titans Go, as I have not seen Teen Titans Go, and I can't really give information from that show, not knowing anything about it. But I will be talking about the original Teen Titans, since I have seen it, and I do know a lot about it. So first, let's go ahead and talk a little bit about Slade. Slade Joseph Wilson, also known as Deathstroke the Terminator in the main comics, would go by Slade in the original TV show due to censorship issues. Now, Slade was made the main antagonist of Teen Titans in both Season 1 and Season 2, while making smaller appearances and less appearances throughout the later series, but still playing a big role throughout the show. Slade had developed, before the show originally started, a name for himself as being one of the most skilled, evil, and powerful villains throughout all of the Teen Titans series. He's able to get whatever he wants, no matter how heavily guarded it is. And with his name alone, he's able to get anybody to work for him. And if he can't get them to work for him through natural causes, he'll trick them into doing what he wants. A big team that ended up working for Slade was the team of Jinx, Gizmo, and Mammoth, which were the three top level students of the most prestigious villain institute throughout the entire show, Hive Academy. These three were able to break into any museum, any heavily guarded military base, and any prison, get what they want, and leave. They were a big threat to the Teen Titans, and even though they weren't able to completely defeat them or destroy them, it was not an easy accomplishment for the Teen Titans to defeat these three. Slade would also trick the two brothers, Thunder and Lightning, which were two teenage storm elements, into destroying Jump City. That plan ended up failing, but even with that small little failure, Slade did not stop there. He knew that he could do more. And then when he was approached by Red X, who would later be Robin in disguise trying to get more information and try to get, closer to Slade. Slade would take advantage of this, having Red X get for him what he wants, so then they could be closer, in Robin's eyes, could get closer to Slade, while Slade already knowing it was Robin. If that doesn't make any sense, I am terribly sorry. He would then also convince Tara, who earlier joined the Teen Titans and become a hero, switching sides and becoming his apprentice. He is a very talented villain in really anything. He's very persuasive. He's a master manipulator. He has enhanced strength, agility, endurance, and reflexes. He's mastered multiple different types of martial arts. And he's also proficient in using a bow staff, swords, and he even used the Ring of Azar, giving him extreme powers. He's able to think multiple steps ahead so that he can get what he wants even from his enemies. And so that even if his plans do fail, he's able to get out of there without being arrested. Now let's go ahead and talk about XANA. XANA is the main antagonist from Code Lyoko, and is a form of artificial intelligence. Now XANA is known for activating towers on Lyoko, and then would either take possession of a person or object in the real world and attack his enemies, which were Aelita, when she was on Earth, Odd, Ulrich, Yumi, and Jeremy. XANA would also attack other characters, like, for instance, Sissy, some of the teachers, William, to kind of get the main character's focus off of stopping XANA and more helping them. XANA spends the entire time trying to get Aelita's memories, as one of the things that Aelita has in her memory is the keys to Lyoko, which with that, XANA would be able to, I bet it says escape throughout the story, but it says escape to the real world. That one was very confusing. XANA also would try and take Aelita's memory, because once he has Aelita's memory, he can also control her, and is also, other than trying to get the keys to Lyoko so he can escape, is also trying to destroy Franz Hopper. Now you may be wondering why I keep saying he. Well, that's just due to the fact that I really don't know what to call XANA, and I don't feel like calling it it. And it's just easier to keep saying he. Anyway, going on. If anyone... Okay, so once you get to Lyoko, XANA can summon all different types of monsters. Like tarantulas, crabs, blocks. If these aren't the names that were actually given to them, I'm sorry. There are some that I do remember, some I don't. That can be used to send them back to the real world. so that XANA can be left alone with Aelita for the important thing of using the Scythozoa to steal her memory and possess her. But we are later found out that XANA can actually use the Scythozoa to possess anybody, as the Scythozoa does take control of William, and he becomes a member of XANA's army. So XANA is very talented in multiple different aspects, able to possess multiple people, even though as a computer program is able to take over the human world, and is much, much more difficult to defeat. These two are extremely smart, extremely talented. The only difference between both of them is that one is an artificial intelligence program and the other is a human being. Now, I really love both these shows, and I really love both of these villains. But you may probably be asking, why did I talk less about XANA and then Slade? Well, it's because in an earlier video, I believe I'm going to put an eye icon up here. There'll definitely be a link in the description, but I talk more about XANA there and what is XANA. But based on everything, they're both extremely powerful, they're both extremely smart, and neither one of them really does their work directly, but instead has someone or something do their work for them. With that being said, I'm going to end off this video. I feel like I'm going to do another comparison video, but we'll see. But till then, I'll see you guys in the next video.